7 there. Let's go to Baltimore. Todd Haley's first game, he had to go with his backup quarterback, Matt Castle, all those dollars, all those cents. Did not answer the bell.
Don't make sense.
Could not answer the bell. Brody Croyle got the start. Joe Flacco making some plays in the pocket.
Footwork, look at his eyes. He's staying down the field.
I mean, nice. People 8 foot tall are supposed to do that.
Awareness, pocket. Is he going to have a sophomore slump? I don't think so.
Willis McGahee with the touchdown. 10-0 Baltimore. And now Kansas City gets some points on the board.
The double fumble.
It was blocked by John McGraw and the NFL replay graphic. All at the same time. That's tough to punt.
Not the character of the Ravens when your head coach was a former special team coach.
Todd Haley's loving that because points were at a premium for his offense early on. In fact, they didn't score until that moment right there. And then Derek Johnson gets a great play on defense. Joe Flacco pushes him out of bounds at the 2-yard line. So the special teams and the defense chiming in as the offense struggled. And then Brody Croyle, one play later, finds Dwayne Bowe. Chiefs are leading in Baltimore.
That's amazing.
14-10 on a beautiful day in Baltimore. And there's Joe Flacco fading back to pass in the next possession. Todd, hooray, in the end zone, and the Ravens back on top, 17-14. The ensuing Chiefs possession, they turn to Mr. Irrelevant, Ryan Suckup.
Ryan who?
Suckup.
You joking.
Irrelevant. 53-yard field goal to tie the game at 17. Ensuing Ravens possession. Ray Rice running for the Ravens. Quite an alliterative moment in this game as he runs in the end zone. No, he's out at the 1. LaRon McClain pops it in from there. Ravens on top, 24-17. Ray Rice with 108 yards rushing. Next Chiefs possession. Croyle to Dwayne Bowe. Chiefs are getting in a rhythm here, folks. 2 plays later. Croyle to Sean Ryan in the end zone. We're tied at 24.
These fans are shocked right now.
Joe Flacco with 5 and change to go. 2 minutes to go. Up top to Mark Clayton. And that finally put the Chiefs to rest in this game. 38-24. Joe Flacco taking on the LT-less Chargers. Flacco coming off of a career day in week number 1. Phillip Rivers to Darren Sproles. And, you know, I mean, got to put a hat on him, right?
Something happens when a guy's that wide open, going all the way for the touchdown, making a great move on Ed Reed. But I got to kind of break it down and give you
81 yards. Longest pass play of Phillip Rivers' career, 7-0 Flacco to Ray Rice on the ensuing drive. Throws back to Ray, who had 82 all-purpose yards on the day. 6 plays later, second and goal from the 5. Time for Willis McGahee. Up the gut.
They fake the around to keep the contained man or upfield with his high contain. This team has had defense all along. Now we have offense in Baltimore.
Well, with no Jamal Williams in the middle of that defense for the Chargers, the Ravens kept pounding away at the middle of that defensive line for San Diego. 10-7 San Diego up when Joe Flacco is hit under pressure. Todd Heap, that's a flag. Placed the ball at San Diego 3. And the next play, North Turner screaming. Next play, here comes McGahee.
Pounded in there.
Downhill, great push by the offensive line of the Baltimore Ravens.
79 yards for McGahee and the 2 touchdowns that you saw. 14-10, Baltimore. Less than 6 minutes to go in the half. Flip it out to Darren Sproles. Skitters his way for 21 more yards to the Baltimore 38. 278 all-purpose yards for Sproles on the day. 2 plays later, Rivers to Antonio Gates. He coughs it up, though, but Vincent Jackson's Johnny on the spot, even though his name's not Johnny.
It's good hustle by everybody.
3 plays later, 3rd and goal. Rivers forced to throw it away, and the Chargers left a lot of points in the red zone Sunday. Lots of points in the red zone Sunday. 6 plays later, the ensuing drive for the Ravens. Kelly Washington wide open. And what's this?
You know what? I call my kids, it's a good
play by Antoine.
Yeah, fake the screen.
Break the screen and go. Yeah, you got to set that up by throwing the screen a couple times. But I was getting back to that dance. I don't know what that is.
We don't know what that is?
No, I'm calling my kids and
asking them. That, did you?
No.
What is that?
I would have pulled a hamstring.
Text them, tell them that's enough of that.
3rd quarter, Chargers down 21-16. Phillip Rivers flips the ball.
Oh, boy.
And DeJuan Landry then laterals it to Ed Reed. So Landry gets the gift pick thrown his way. And it takes it 4 plays later. Flacco to Todd. Hoorays in the end zone. 28-16. Ravens on top by 12. But here comes Phillip Rivers back. Going up top to Vincent Jackson. Over 3 defenders, drops it in.
Drops it in perfect trajectory over the top of everybody. And they have 2 offensive linemen out there protecting him pretty darn well today.
Career high 436 yards for Rivers. Ravens up by 5. 11 minutes to go. Flacco is picked by Antoine Cason, who returns at 22 yards toward midfield. 8 plays later, 3rd and goal. Chargers knocking on the door. And Sproles is stopped. Again, a field goal settling drive. Only 2 points the Ravens are leading by, so the Chargers need just a field goal to take the lead. Rivers, tip drill, picked by Antoine Barnes. Dominic Foxworth is the one who provides the pick, and this is why Rivers wanted a flag. Doesn't get there early.
Yeah, you got a right to go to the ball.
Ravens get a field goal as they're kept out of the end zone. 31-26. Chargers need a touchdown to win it. Less than 3 minutes to go. Rivers to Jackson, who had 141 yards receiving. 5 plays later. Less than a minute to go. Rivers to Legadou Nane. You can't sleep on Legadou. He doesn't pick up the first, though. It's 4th and 2. 2 plays later. Got to go for it. And who busts through but Bray? Closes the game out in emphatic fashion. Comes through untouched to put Sproles on the turf. And the Ravens improve to 2-0. The Chargers fall flat because look at the red zone performance by the Chargers offense. 4 field goals, 1 turnover on down, and 5 trips to the red zone. That turnover on downs, care of Ray Lewis.
Eric Mangini looking for his first career victory with the Browns, and John Harbaugh looking to continue his undefeated season so far. First quarter, Brady Quinn looking for Braylon Edwards.
Read the coverage a little better than that, Brady. Let's see the coverage 2 pitches at the Sugar Ray.
Foxworth to Ray Lewis. And so the Ravens are in business. 6 play now. The Ravens drive. Willis McGahee's been finding the end zone a lot this year.
A couple of touchdowns today with just 7 catches, but he's been dynamite.
Ravens on top 7-0. Later in the second quarter, up 13-0. How about the play of Joe Flacco?
Well, Joe Flacco threw for an all-time high, 342 yards today. This team is becoming a very complete team. Here he goes again, Willis McGahee.
Ravens, an offensive juggernaut here, up 20-0. Third quarter, Brady Quinn struggled, so here comes Derek Anderson. A couple of years ago, Anderson threw 29 touchdown passes, dumps it off to Jerome Harrison there for 11 yards. But it's tough to come in, I don't care who's quarterback, and play against this tough Ravens defense.
Yeah, when it's not there, just get rid of it. Throw it out of bounds. Let's see another play because those guys swarm to the ball.
Brendan Iambadejo with the interception there. And the Ravens come right back. McGahee. Nice piece of running here, 34 yards. He's being pushed. Ray Rice is there doing a nice
down the
job.
field. Linemen downfield, receivers downfield, little stiff arm.
And between Rice and McGahee, they have quite the 1-2 punch. And let's not forget about LaRon McClain. Rice is in there for his first career touchdown. Ravens on top 27-10. And just for good measure, let's get the old man involved. Derek Mason. Flacco steps up.
Let her go. Let her go, Coach.
And congratulations to Derek Mason. He went over 800 career catches.
4 picks between Anderson and Quinn. The Browns have scored 1 offensive touchdown in the last 9 games. In New England, Joe Flacco and the Ravens looking for a 4-0 start. But they'd have to beat Tom Brady and the Patriots. Chris Carr can't hold on to the football. Not good. Brandon McGowan recovers for the Patriots. So New England in business. 12 straight games. The Patriots now have a takeaway. Patriots on their ensuing possession, and Tom Brady dropped by Trevor Price. So the Patriots had to settle for a Steve Gostowski field goal to go up 3-0. All right, 3rd and goal now for Joe Flacco and the Ravens. To Derek Mason.
We call that pitch and catch.
That is throwing catch. This guy can really throw the football.
All right, Mason, 6 catches for 77 yards. A TD on the drive there. They're up 7-3. 4th down now. Bill Belichick and the Patriots go for it. And Sammy Morris picks up 2. 2nd quarter, same drive. 2nd and goal. Brady keeps it himself.
First time all year long they've been very efficient in the red zone.
Patriots on top 10-7. 2nd quarter. It's Sammy Morris. So the Patriots had some issues running the football the first couple of weeks, but they've been successful the last 2 weeks.
Only ran for 80 yards, but the strategic ones, getting first downs, key rushing yards.
All right, on top 17-7. Joe Flacco picked off by Lee Bodden right there, and Bodden does a nice job of getting both feet down. Flacco, obviously. And
Mark Clayton, the receiver there. Keep your eyes glued to the television because you'll see him make a mistake in the 4th quarter as well.
3rd quarter, 17-7. Pats is still on top. Brady stripped by Terrell Suggs. Dwan Edwards is there. So the Ravens defense making a play.
They didn't make enough plays today. They got after Tom Brady a little bit. They could have got after him a whole bunch more.
17-14. Like Brady to Moss. Always a tough tandem to stop. 14 yards there.
His first receiving touchdown of the year. Hard to believe.
137th career TD for Randy Moss. Joe Flacco, though. Poised. I think poised is the word.
Very good.
We used here for Joe Flacco back in 2009. To Willis McGahee and now Ray Rice. You want to talk about running backs who run hard.
Good second-year player as well. Runs hard, very fast.
Needed a little more Ray Rice today. Big numbers.
13 yards. This is the game right here. 4th and 3.
Smart Clayton right there. That's what I was telling you to keep your eye on.
And he dropped one before that.
Play before.
Yeah.
So the Patriots hold on for the tough 27-21 victory. Tom Brady, 258 yards, and that touchdown pass to Randy Moss. Even with the Ravens' unbalanced offensive attack, they threw the ball 47 times and only rushed it to about 15 or 16 times. But they still had an opportunity to win this game at the end, but Clayton drops the 4th and 3.
And here comes Week 5 in Baltimore, a game Mike Zimmer made, coordinating the defense just 3 days after the untimely passing of his wife. And the defense was on point for much of the day. Leon Hall was patrolling the secondary along with Jonathan Joseph, who gets the pick of Joe Flacco there with 2 minutes to go in the 1st quarter. So the Ravens get no points in their first possession of the game. The ensuing Bengals possession, Ed Reed gets it right back.
You cannot throw a route to Ed Reed's side like that. He looked at that receiver the whole while. Ed Reed breaking on the ball, reading the whole play. He's just one of the best defensive players, if not the best defensive player in the game.
45th career pick for Reed, 13th career return for a touchdown, 7-0 Baltimore. Carson Palmer's next possession finds Chris Henry making a play. 74-yard gain down to the Baltimore 4-yard line.
Used his size, pushed off the defender a little bit, and got himself open.
3 plays later, Ravens blitzing as Jared Johnson and Ray Lewis meet at the quarterback, and the Ravens make the Bengals settle for a field goal. 2 possessions later, Flacco to Mark Clayton, ball's loose. Chinetum and Dukeway is running the other way.
It's heads up. Everybody's hustling to the ball. Pick it up. The whistle didn't blow.
But the referees confer and think that Clayton was down before he fumbled. I don't think so.
It's a close
Marvin Lewis challenges, and the ruling on the field was upheld that it was not a fumble.
Not a good call.
So
at all.
The Bengals get the ball back eventually after a Ravens punt, and Palmer with $1:30 to go in the half finds Ocho Cinco, and Ed Reed knocks it loose.
You got to drop that thing away with 4 points of pressure. You'll see now he doesn't have the front tip and the back tip locked away. It's got it like a breadbasket and knocked out of there. Good defensive play and a heads-up play by the defense.
So the Ravens defense comes through on the plus side of the field again. It's 7-3. Baltimore at the half, 3rd quarter. Palmer sacked by DeJuan Landry, but there's illegal contact on Dominique Foxworth down the field. Let's check it out. Prime, your thoughts.
Yeah, illegal contact. That's the thing to do. In that situation, you can't let Chad get deep.
4 plays later, after the fresh set it down, spinorama, Cedric Benson. into the end zone. 28 yards puts the Bengals back on top.
This guy's been a pleasant surprise for them all year. Another 120 yards for the Bengals.
First back to go over 100 against the Ravens defense in 40 games. Fourth quarter, Joe Flacco, Ray Rice receiving for the Ravens. Now Ray Rice is running for the Ravens. An alliterative big-time play by the Rutgers. Ray Rice for the Ravens. Touchdown, Baltimore on top. 14-10, but ruh-roh, this is the Bengals, which means it's got to come down to the last second.
You know it.
Run,
Carson. Do what you did last week, Carson. Take it upon yourself.
Picks up the first down on fourth down with his feet. 3 plays later, Palmer. Ray Lewis dislodges the helmet from Ocho's head. Here comes the flag.
Ladies and gentlemen, these are friends.
Oh! You don't see Ray do that very often.
Yeah, they're friends.
3 plays later, Palmer fumbles a snap. Recovered by Brian Leonard.
The ball came up early. He wasn't ready for it. Oh, there it is.
Big time heads up play by Leonard. Next play, 3rd and 16. Ocho Cinco is interfered with by Frank Walker. Your thoughts on this, Dean?
I'm always with the defense, but this is actually a good call. He got there a bit early.
Big play on 3rd and 16. 3rd and 16.
No problem.
Fresh set of downs.
They've been in this situation before.
Next play, Palmer. 26 seconds to go. Andre Colwell. Can you believe it? The Bengals get in the end zone with 22 ticks left to take a 17-14 lead. One last play. Joe Flacco needs a prayer answered. Instead, it's Leon Hall picking it off, fittingly ending the day for the Bengals with a defensive play. And after the game, Mike Zimmer and the Bengals had quite a moment in their locker room together.
Listen, fight your ass off. No doubt. Holly G, what we got? Right here, Coach. That's right. Give it to him. Involved. Give it to him. Coach Zimmer.
Absolutely. My wife loves all of you. She's proud of you. Win or lose, she's proud of you. And I just appreciate all of y'all's effort.
We got you, man.
Read the highlight like a champion.
Let's do it.
That was good.
That was good.
Playmakers all
Fire
over
up,
the
Rich.
joint in the Metrodome.
Wake up to that.
I'm fired up. Let's go. Let's get to the
Come on, sugar.
opening possession for the Vikings. Here is Adrian Peterson.
Look at him go.
26 yards. 2 plays later, Brett Favre makes his presence known in this contest. 2nd and 8 from the Baltimore 30. He's got a little chemistry with Sidney Rice.
Yes, he does.
Look at the slant. They're just running drags.
Wide open slants.
2 plays later, 2nd and 13. It's a free play. Baltimore's offside.
Count. He knows he's got a free.
And
shoot it.
Shanko gets loose in the end zone. 7-0. Vikings are on top.
That was a good one, man.
6th play of the Vikings' next possession. There's Favre to Rice again.
Yeah, that's a tight fit. That's one of those. I'm going to take a chance and get it in there. And he got it in there.
Next play, slant. Bernard Berrien.
They run a drag slant all day
They
long.
call it a pick play. We call it the rub.
The rub. 14-0 Vikings against John Harbaugh's crew. Joe Flacco gets things going. Trying to. Derek Mason. He's got him open.
Oh, boy.
One more step. One more step.
A game of inch right there. Ravens only 71 net yards in the first half. Down 17-0 at the half. 17-3 in the third quarter. Flacco to Todd.
Heap, heap.
To the 20-yard line. Next play, Ray Rice running for the Ravens. He played for Rutgers. Touchdown. 17-10, 8 play, 72-yard drive. Next possession, first play out for the Vikings. Favre to Sidney Rice, who's out the gate.
Shoots that slant in there in the second window. Speed, get to the pylon.
Don't have speed, but he got there.
Down to the 8-yard line. Favre races downfield, gives Percy Harvin a little love tap.
Come on, Percy, step it up.
They could not get in the end zone. The Vikings left a lot of points in the red zone offensively. 20-10, another free play for Favre. Bernard Berrien. It's a flag on Frank Walker. Spot the ball at the 2. 3 plays later from the 1. And it's Shenko hanging out in the end zone. 27-10. Vikings are on top.
Fake at the 28. Everybody bites.
7th play of the ensuing possession for the Ravens. Flacco to Mark Clayton.
Toning for last week, going up to get it at its highest point. Great play by Mark Clayton.
10-point game again. Vikings get the ball back. First play of it. Here comes Adrian
Peterson. Look at the cutback lane.
58 yards, but the Vikings don't get it in the end zone and settle for another field goal, 30-17. I'm foreshadowing, is what I'm doing.
Go ahead.
2 plays later, Ravens.
You got to tackle this guy.
Ray Rice receiving. Now Ray Rice is running for the Ravens.
Is he from Rutgers?
He played for Rutgers.
He can run.
Minnesota. Watching him setting up shop, the Ravens on the 12. Flacco to Derek Mason, who makes a play.
Easy. This is too easy. A lot of offense late in the game here.
Oh, Favre sees it slipping away. It's only a 6-point game. Second play of the Vikings' ensuing drive. Here comes Ray Lewis.
Oh boy.
Lowers the boom. Vikings go 3 and out. Ravens get the ball back from the Vikings 33 after a quality punt return, and it's Ray Rice running for the Ravens, who now are on top by 1 point. Roll. Vikings are down and chewing gum. Can Favre come back? Play fake.
When he rolls to the right, he's dangerous.
That looks familiar.
And here's Sidney Rice.
Go make a play.
He does. Pass interference decline because Rice caught the 58-yarder. 2 minutes left. Ryan Longwell out for another field goal, as the Vikings can't hit pay dirt, but they're on top 33-31. Joe Flacco trying to march him down the field as he's tried to do in vain the last 2 games. Dumps it off to Ray Rice just in time, who gets out of bounds. 13-yard gain. Next play, $1:37 left in the contest. Joe Flacco to Kelly Washington over the middle.
Blitz. They're coming after him every down.
Favre looks nervous. 3 plays later, 48 ticks left. 37. Flacco to Derek Mason, moves the chains. 2 plays later, it's Stephen Hauschka for the field goal. Looking for a Hauschka call. But the doctor isn't in. Wide left, and the Vikings survive a huge rally by the Ravens. All right, it's apologies to Josh McDaniels as that Denver defense coming off a bye week. They lead the NFL with 11 points per game allowed this season. Meanwhile, Ray Lewis's Ravens also coming off a bye week. They lost their last 3 games by a combined 11 points. No score in this Broncos-Ravens game. And Jared Johnson lowers the boom on Kyle Orton. First play from scrimmage. Broncos go 3 and out. 2 possessions later, Orton dumps it off to No-Shaw Marino. Ed Reed.
Weak side blitz and the Ravens coming downhill. They needed to establish themselves early in this game, and that's what they did.
That is establishing right there, buddy.
That was called a catch fumble on the rookie. Terrell Suggs recovers, led to a Stephen Hauschka field goal. Ravens up 3-0. That's your score. 2 possessions later, Flacco to Mark Clayton.
What a grab. Getting up in the air, staying focused on that ball with bodies around you and coming down with that play.
6 plays later, Ray Rice running for the Ravens, down to the Broncos 8. But hold on a minute. The guy from the Blind Side movie called for shoving LaKeven Smith.
A little shove.
Come on, Rev.
Let him play.
Michael Orr gets 15 yards that backed up the Ravens. They had to settle for a field goal. It's 6-0 at the half. The opening kickoff of the second half.
It's not a boo-boo.
It is a big run by Ladarius Webb. 95 yards to the house.
That's how you start a second half.
It looked like he was running out of field.
That field would have been 5 yards longer.
The hoodie doesn't like it. The hoodie of the Rockies doesn't like it. Broncos ensuing possession down 13-0. Orton looks deep for Brandon Marshall off the fake reverse. Incomplete, but here comes the flag from out of your screen. In fact, it was so far from out of your screen, it doesn't enter your screen. Dominic Foxworth called for an armbar.
He was holding the left arm down. I understand the call.
7 plays later, it's 4th and 1 for the 6, and the Broncos go for it, down 13-0. Instead of putting points on the board with a foot, they try to put it with a pass. Brandon Marshall.
Tough tackle to make.
Oh, boy, he's
have a
close
flag
to a
here.
first
We
down.
have a flag.
Doesn't matter.
It was a free play.
It was a free play. Ed Reed jumps offside. Oh.
Trying to catch that snap.
Broncos first and goal from the 3. After another Ravens penalty, it's first and goal from the 1. No Sean Marino. That's easy. 13-7. Broncos are down in this game. We got a ball game. It's 16-7. 2 possessions later, 3rd and 5 from their own 32. Joe Flacco. Kelly Washington right to midfield. 4th quarter. 3 plays later, Flacco avoids the rush.
This was excellent. Now shows his poise and his ability to move out of the pocket. When you're winning the game, you got to be good with the ball here, and he is.
He had an 80% completion percentage on the day, including that touchdown pass to Derek Mason. He's fired up. Hit him right in stride.
What a strike this was. He stares him down, and look at this play now. Nice. That's a throw.
Perfect.
That's what my old coach used to say. Go up big and make the play. Dion, you remember here.
I remember.
But the beatdown wasn't over. Ray Rice tacks one more on from the Ravens, and it was a laugher for the Baltimore Ravens, who put up 24 points in the second half against a team that had given up only 10 points after halftime all season long. It is an emphatic first loss for the Denver Broncos, and an emphatic way for the Ravens to end a 3-game losing streak. Our Kara Henderson with Ray Lewis after.
Your defense had been so maligned, particularly your secondary, and they played so well out here today. What was the difference?
I think the difference is just truly trusting each other. It's very simple. In this business, Kara, I'll never lie to you. If the ball don't get over your head, it's going to be a hard day. That's the bottom line. Defenses are built so good right now, and the offensive coordinators, they draw big plays so they can get that. Early in the season, we gave up a couple, but now we didn't give up today, and I think it was a good team win.
You needed a win, but to get a win against a team like the Broncos that hadn't lost yet this season, especially now going back into the division, what does this mean? What can you take from it?
Well, I just think it's big bottom line because it's off of our bye. We prepared freaking incredible. Even last week before we even went on our bye, we worked on the small mistakes, that kind of got us in trouble. And came out today, we knew Denver was 6-0, but the bottom line, as long as we played our game, we knew we would have a good chance. Thank you, Kara.
Huge game for the Ravens in Cincinnati. They could either finish the week in a 3-way tie, potentially atop the division, or 2.5 games behind Cincinnati if they lost to the Bengals on Sunday. Big game for Baltimore, and the Bengals came out of their bye week looking fresh as a daisy.
Nice catch in a crowd.
Second possession of the game, already up 7-0. Ocho Cinco with a nice 17-yard leaping grab on 3rd and 6, and then a couple plays later on 4th and 2.
Go get it, Chad.
Ocho is interfered with by Fabian
But
Washington.
that's a good call. Good call. It's a good play by the defender. You're going to get beat for 6. You might as well hold him, get it over with, spot him and foul.
So Chad is a factor early on in this game. 4 plays later, 2nd and goal from the 1. And Cedric Benson is out of his skull.
I'm loving some Benson right now.
That was too easy.
His 6th rushing touchdown of the year already puts the Bengals up 14-0 on John Harbaugh's crew. Next Bengals possession, Palmer to Chris Henry. And both he and Fabian Washington leave the game after this collision. Washington with a knee injury, but it looks like Henry has the worst of the injury with an air cast on his arm as he leaves the field.
He breaks his arm right there.
With a broken arm. Man. That is ugly. Still, the Bengals were moving the football after outgaining the Ravens 235 to 44 yards in the first half. Second half, different half. Same story. Jonathan Joseph picks off Joe Flacco on the deep ball.
These corners, Leon Hall and Jonathan Joseph, they are balling.
He had only 5 interceptions his previous 258 attempts. That pick was the second pick in his previous 4 attempts in this game. 4th quarter, still 17-0 for Todd. With a big first down gain, 15 yards. 3 plays later, 1st and goal for the Ravens. 8th play of the drive. And Ray Rice is running for the Ravens in the end zone. And this game is suddenly ripe for a comeback for the Ravens. They're down just 10 and needing a stop here to get the ball back. And you know what? They do, even though after the first down reception by Chad, Henry rips it free.
Smart play. We talked about that all season. Chad Johnson running after the catch.
And he likes to flip it, doesn't he?
Yeah, he practiced that.
So the Ravens get the ball back.
Come on, Ocho.
8 minutes to go. Down 10, 3rd and 4. Ravens. Watch Joe Flacco incomplete again. Jonathan Joseph, nice play. Stephen Hauschka to make it a 1-possession game, and he misses it.
Didn't take it to the house.
That is the way the Bengals dispatch with the Ravens.
Brady Quinn getting his first start for the Browns after being benched back in Week 3. And the Ravens coming off a tough loss to the Bengals. Joe Flacco, guys, had a lot of pressure early on here and couldn't get an attack mounted, Charles. He was sacked a couple of times. He finished the first half 8-12 for 92 yards.
Yeah, Rob Ryan's defense has played hard all year long. I mean, the lack of scoring has put them under the gun, but they continue to play hard.
All right, so Willie was scoreless until the third quarter here. Flacco to Derek Mason takes it down for a gain of 41 yards. Now the Ravens offense starting to heat up.
And that's the time the Ravens get going. They can get a big play like that, and then anytime they get in front of a team, you know what that defense is going to do. You know, they're going to run the ball well, they're going to grind you out, and that defense is going to get into attack mode where they get after you and create turnovers and pressure.
Ray Rice gets in from 13 yards away, Mangini. And his defensive coordinator are getting into it. Rob Ryan there, and take another look here as Rice. They only had 10 men on the field.
Yeah, trying to figure out what the set was, who's supposed to be in the ball game. Rob Ryan obviously upset, Eric Mangini upset. It's tough enough to stop the Ravens when you have the full complement of 11.
Now, you've seen that look before from Eric Mangini. All right, so Brady Quinn here, looking for Robert Royal, picked off by DeJuan Landry, and Landry goes 48 yards back the other way for the pick six. Meanwhile, Steven Hauschka, he missed the extra point. He also missed a field goal early in this game, but back to Quinn here. Tip pass, and Landry does the rest. All right, so Browns now trying to get something going again. This time, Quinn intercepted by Chris Carr. And so the Baltimore Ravens, after going scoreless in the first half, they go on to a 16-0 victory over the Cleveland Browns. Brady Quinn, 2 interceptions. He threw for 99 yards. Didn't get a whole lot of help in the running game, but the Browns have had that kind of season. They haven't been able to muster much of an offensive attack.
Let's go to Baltimore. Colts have beaten Ravens 6 straight times. 6th time in 7 games. The Ravens have faced a first-place team, but only the first time they've seen a team go for a 19th consecutive regular season win, as Peyton Manning was doing up top to Peter Wader.
Here goes home.
First quarter, 5th play of the game, up to Pierre Gaulton for 66 yards. 2 plays later, Dallas Clark, one-handed
Long coverage. Just catch it with one hand. That doesn't mean catch the game.
Look at this blown coverage. I know that means inside, outside. Someone was supposed to stay outside, someone inside.
Quite a nice way to pass John Mackey in the Colts all-time list for most receptions by tight end. Do it with one-handed style right there. Next Colts possession going to Dallas Clark. Again, it's a tip drill that DeJuan Landry wins. But the Ravens settled for a field goal, and they were doing that against the Colts, and that usually spells doom by game's end. It's a 7-6 game. Peyton Manning going for Reggie Wayne, and Reed bags him, though.
He's the best center fielder in the National Football League.
By far.
So the Ravens settled for another field goal.
And that's not good.
9-7 Balmer. Next Colts possession, an 8-play drive that Joseph Adai caps off by running right up the middle and making a nifty move in the hole against a man who
I don't want to see this. I do not want to,
It is tough to look at, unless, of course, you're a Colts fan.
Even Babe Ruth struck out every now and then.
14-9, Colts take the lead. A 14-12 lead as Baltimore settled for one more field goal before the break. 9 minutes to go in the third quarter. Peyton Manning to Tom Santio had an excellent game up to this point. And look who's the one who creates
That's
the
the sugar, I know.
Ray Lewis with the hit. Ravens get the ball back 2 plays later. Flacco from his end zone to Derek Mason, 45-yard pass play.
That's a jump ball.
6 plays later, the guy who's been
runner.
kicking all these field goals they've been settled for is the newly signed Billy Cundiff, trying for his 5th field goal. This one was on the Delaware side of the upright.
Kicking next week.
Could have used it, Billy.
14-12, Colts still lead, 4th quarter. 13 minutes to go. Flacco to Mason, nice grab, 13-yard gain 2 plays later. Flacco to Mason, 12-yard gain down to the 1.
Nice pass protection against those bookend pass rushers.
142 yards for Mason. 2 plays later, 2nd and goal from the 1. Here comes Willis McGahee. He's stopped by Gary Brackett.
All right.
Nice field.
Next play.
Do it again. Let's do it again.
Field.
Slam it up in there.
With Willis McGahee. This time it's Clint Session for a jam session. Ravens settle for another field goal.
Got to score touchdowns against the Colts.
Manning going down the field to Tom Santi. This one's incomplete. Manning's frustrated because he's settling for a field goal, but he has the lead by 2 points with 5 and change to go in the game. Here's Flacco dumping it off to Ray Rice, receiving for the Ravens.
From
Ray
Rutgers.
Rice running for the Ravens. Where do you go to school, Steve? Rutgers. Roll. John Harbaugh with 2 minutes to go. Joe Flacco.
No, Joe.
Gary Brackett with a big pick. Ravens play defense. Colts make the Ravens use all their timeouts. Ed Reed receives the punt in good field position, and why does he do that?
It's only 18 seconds. Obviously, he didn't have any confidence in the offense. He tried to make something happen.
Well, the booth buzzes down and shows there as he coughed it up forward before his knee hit the ground, and Ed Reed, yes, reality hurts.
Shave, Ed.
Hard-fought game, though, guys.
Yes, and that's the Colts' last 4 wins combined 10 points. They've been close, but it doesn't matter. They're 10-0. And you take a look at these are very winnable games for them as they move forward in their schedule at the Jaguars, Week 15. They'll be undefeated when we see them on NFL Network. The same week, we also see the Saints. On Sunday Night Football, Ben Roethlisberger out. Dennis Dixon, 2 years removed from Oregon and reconstructive knee surgery, in. First career start in Baltimore, almost a disastrous moment on the opening drive, a tip ball that almost was picked by Jarrett Johnson. That was Dixon's first career pass attempt. Ravens get the ball. Joe Flacco hits Kelly Washington for a gain of 15 yards. 3 plays later, 1st and 10 from the Steelers' 23. And here comes Ray Rice running for the Ravens down to the Steelers' 4-yard line. That set up Willis McGahee, 2-yard score, and the Ravens struck first, 7-0. Second quarter we go. Roethlisberger trying to coach Dixon up as fast as he can, and Dixon looked very sharp, Steve.
He did, and I like the play-action pass because that's what they do well. They run the ball and protect the quarterback, and they needed to protect him. Look at Hines Ward. He's having a ball.
19-yard gain. Next play, another play action. Dennis Dixon to Santonio Holmes. He makes a play.
Oh, he is a playmaker, not only running great routes, but he can run after the catch with the best of them in the game.
And Dominique Foxworth was covering Holmes on the play, and he bit hook, line, and sinker.
He did. Nice. Well, look at the route. Now come back out and get out of your breaks. Go to the house, but hold it with one hand.
Game tied at 7. Steelers staying step for step with the Ravens in the Ravens' house with a raw quarterback in the game. 2 possessions later for the Ravens. Flacco deep down the left side. Mark Clayton makes a grab. 54 yards down to the Steelers' 16-yard line.
I'm wide open. Underthrew it just a little bit. Otherwise, it's a touchdown.
2 plays later, Derek Mason comes down within the end zone for his first career touchdown against the Steelers.
That's amazing. This guy has a
doing
lot
the
of
Michael
touchdowns.
Jackson still living it out. But watch the adjustment on the ball. Come back, shoulder at his highest point, making the grab.
Beautiful.
Ravens lead at halftime 14-7 as Ike Taylor must think about what just happened. The Steelers' pass rush was bringing it on Joe Flacco all night long. Lawrence Timmons lowers the boom. Next play, Lamar Woodley comes around the edge.
Splitting 2 men, still making it home for the sack.
Beating Todd Heap and the movie star coming up the front side on the blind side.
Rush here. Dick LeBeau's going to mix. He's going to blitz. He's going to rush 3. You'll get a little bit of everything.
Fourth quarter we go. Joe Flacco and the Ravens with a 14-10 lead. The plus side of the field, the ball is stripped by Lawrence Timmons, and Brett Kiesel recovers.
They do such a good job going for the strip on the sack, and they get home often.
So they're playing tough defense. Rashard Mendenhall at 95 yards rushing, and Dennis Dixon was not making any mistakes. And on 3rd and 5, look what they call up for him.
Doing what he's comfortable with doing, running with the football.
And he hits pay dirt with 6 minutes and change to go. The Steelers are up with Big Ben sitting out in Baltimore.
This is what he did in the Pac-10, game after game after game until he got hurt.
How could the Ravens respond on their heels? 3rd and long, 3rd and 22. Flacco to Mason, 17 yards, and John Harbaugh decides to go for it on 4th and 5 with 3:31 to go in the game. A big call. What does he call? Flip it to Ray Rice receiving for the Ravens. Now Ray Rice is running for the Ravens. He's from Rutgers, guys. And the Steelers are in trouble with the Ravens having the ball deep in their end. 3rd and goal, 2 minutes to go. Flacco.
Yeah.
What was this?
I don't know. It was a fade to heap. I think it was a back shoulder, a miscommunication. They got to cash in on that.
So the Ravens tie the game. Minute 30 to go, 3rd and 10. Dixon almost threw an interception. They go the safe route.
Yeah.
Hand the ball off to Mwelde Moore, try and play defense and hope for overtime. Mike Tomlin's team giving the ball back to the Baltimore Ravens. A minute to go. Flacco from the Ravens 41 throws it to Mason. Ike Taylor's called for illegal contact and pass interference.
Yeah, there's a lot of laundry on the field.
I've never seen that. That's the first time ever.
There,
illegal contact and pass interference?
Yeah, watch that one, and here's another one.
Billy Cundiff inside his range at the Steelers 35. I believe the long one, but Cundiff told the NBC crew he thought he could make it from there. Only problem, he wouldn't get it from there because Mark Clayton is called for pass interference. He just blows up William Gay.
Good call.
Yeah,
Good call.
So move the Ravens back 10. 3 plays later, though, they're back on the 34-yard line, but Cundiff wouldn't get to attempt from there as Flacco is hit and fumbles. Ravens are out of timeouts.
All right, quick field goal.
So they've got to get the field goal unit out and hope to get the snap. They do. It's up from 56. It's short. It's short. And we go into overtime, in which, with 11 minutes to go in overtime, Flacco almost intercepted deep in his own end. Have to give the ball back to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Dennis Dixon, 3rd and 5.
Oh, great.
Throws it over the middle, and it is intercepted.
Fake the blitz, drop right back in coverage.
Intercepted by Paul Kruger, and it's a nightmare on Baltimore Street now for Dixon and the Steelers, as it's the first real bad mistake Dixon made on the night.
And he's not going to see a lot of this in college where defensive linemen are popping out in coverage, and he appeared underneath his throw.
So it sets up Cundiff for the 29-yard game winner a few plays later, and he nails it for the 6-5 Ravens. The Steelers are also 6-5. Ben Roethlisberger and the Steelers almost watched Dixon pull it off in a tough spot in front of a national TV audience. But the Ravens win this game 20-17 as the defending world champs have lost 3 straight for the first time in 3 years. And Ray Lewis and the Ravens still quite alive in the 2009 playoff race.
Ravens and Packers and Lambeau and Reed inactive for tonight's matchup. He was a late scratch with a hip injury, also battling an ankle issue. Ray Lewis trying to fire up his team. Second quarter, Packers already up 10-0. Aaron Rodgers looking for Donald Driver, but the rookie Ladarius Webb flagged for pass interference. And now Rodgers on a 2nd and 17 decides he's going to keep it himself. 23 yards.
Play all that man coverage. Nobody covers the quarterback. Quarterback runs, keeps you from playing man.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line now. It's Rodgers to Donald Driver, who steps over. Packers on top 17-0. The Driver having an unbelievable season. And the Packers, Charles, off and running. But in the 3rd quarter, the tide changed. Rodgers here to Driver, but Chris Carr forces a fumble. It's recovered by Frank Walker.
And it's about a 3-minute period that got Baltimore right back into the football game.
So here come the Ravens. Joe Flacco to Kelly Washington for a gain of 12 and a first down. 3rd and 7 now. It's Flacco buying time. And he finds Washington again. In for the touchdown. Mike McCarthy challenged, but it was clear it was a touchdown.
Kelly Washington is one of the few Ravens receivers who can catch a cold football on a very cold night.
That's right. The wind chill felt like it was single digits in Green Bay.
Still trying to figure out where the challenge was coming from. Michael and I were watching the game. We're like, you're wasting time on this one. This was pretty simple.
All right, so the Ravens are back in it, 17-7. Rodgers looking for Driver again. Picked off by Jared Johnson. It bounces off of Driver's leg.
Jared Johnson got nice hands for defensive lineman. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah,
that ball out
and look at this. People are wondering about should he have had the catch. Ball didn't even get to his hands. It hit him on the leg and bounced up. And as you noted, Jared Johnson with the great hands.
So the Ravens were out of this game for a half, but they can strike back and get to within 3 points. The very next play, it's Flacco with his big arm looking for Demetrius Williams. Tremont Williams flagged for pass interference.
The best play in the Ravens offense tonight, pass interference on the Packers.
On Tremont Williams.
Yeah, there you go.
Ended up getting at least 3 pass interference calls. Should have been 1 more that he actually got away with, but he got redemption later.
Baltimore in business. Willis McGahee bum rushes in from 1 yard away. There's a little mini Lambeau leap there, 17-14. Packers trying to find their offense again in the second half. It's Rodgers to Greg Jennings for 21 yards to the 39. All right, so here we go. They can go up 6 points here on this field goal, but Mason Crosby's 38-yard attempt is wide. What are we seeing with these kickers missing these chip shots?
Cold football, tough, slick, tough to handle.
Look at that. They had a little trouble there just getting it down, and then he wasn't able to draw it in. That same thing happened to Sean Sweetum. And with the Redskins game, left it to the right, blocked it out a little bit, didn't pull it in.
So Ed Reed's fired up, and his boy is still in it. Flacco steps up, looking for Derek Mason. And Charles Woodson is there. Mason with the catch.
Yeah, but look at what happens here. He doesn't actually push or do anything. He just puts his hands on Charles Woodson. But at first blush, you're going to get nailed for that. Looks like he pushed Charles Woodson by. And if he never touches him, I'm not sure Charles Woodson's able to stop and come back and make the play.
Typically, when the receiver comes back for the ball, they never get called. That one they did.
So Mason Goff, offensive pass interference, and forced the Ravens to punt. There's Rodgers, the driver, and now it's Rodgers on the move to Jermichael Finley.
Big time.
And Finley, the big boy, gets in. 24-14, Packers on top.
And just think, this guy here came out as a redshirt sophomore out of the University of Texas. He's supposed to still be catching pass from Colt McCoy, getting ready for a national championship game.
He might catch a cold ball.
Aaron Rodgers, by the way. Flacco now, looking for Demetrius Williams. Guess what? Tremont Williams. Flag for pass interference. This one could have been a no call here.
It looked to me like they were both battling at the same time for the football. They could have kept the flag in the pocket, and I think everyone would have understood.
All right, 2 plays later now, the second and goal. The Ravens down by 10. Joe Flacco trying to make a play, but it's Tremont Williams. Redemption. Who's there for the pick? Joe Flacco has got to throw that football away. You've got to come away with points here.
Yeah, Joe Flacco, this is a night he wants to forget for a long, long time. You're exactly right. Manage the game. Get 3. Get yourself back in it again. Horrible play.
3 interceptions on the night for Flacco. And yes, the Ravens did get the ball back, but time was not on their side. Flacco deep over the middle, picked off by A.J. Hawk. And Hawk with the great presence of mind to just get down.
Yeah, don't turn the ball back over again. Everyone's seen the highlight of Robert Meacham stripping it from Kareem Moore the day before. Take care of the football and get down, but a nice job by A.J. Hawk running underneath the pattern, turning, finding the football, and picking it off.
Joe Flacco with 3 interceptions on this night, and the Ravens coming up with 310 yards of combined pass interference, or penalties, I should say, not necessarily pass interference. A ton of those yards, though, coming on pass interference calls. Packers go on to win it 27-14.
So it was a brutal day in Baltimore weather-wise. But Ravens-wise, it was a bright sunshine day against the Detroit Lions. 3-0 Joe Flacco. Mason, sort of a Keystone Cop moment as the defense drops down and Mason just keeps on keeping on. Something got hurt here, though.
Now watch, he's hurt again.
He gets hit right in the chest and the ribs. Maybe his shoulder? At least he finishes the play.
62 yards. He had 94 yards and a touchdown on the day that belonged to Ray Rice running for the Ravens. 59-yard scamper to the end zone for the guy from Rutgers.
Lock it downfield by Mason on the play.
17-3. First play of the next Ravens drive. It's now Ray Rice receiving for the Ravens. Now he's running for the Ravens, and Romo! He doesn't make it to the end zone. Well, speaking of that Baltimore-Chicago game, kudos to the Ravens crew as well.
Leave me home.
2 feet of snow.
Weather like that, leave me home.
And Cutler is just Cutler had a very difficult year.
He's in a slump.
I mean, it's been a brutal first campaign for him as the Chicago Bears quarterback.
No, a slump is when you foul one off every night.
Well, that pick by Dominic Foxworth led to this Todd Heath touchdown. The Ravens take an early 7-0 lead, and then Cutler with a red zone pick that's been his bugaboo all year long. That's a Jared Johnson tip to himself for the interception. Cutler's quarterback rating was 7.9, and this is Ray Rice running for the Ravens.
Where's he from?
Rutgers. Because 4 plays later, there's that.
Everybody's open.
14-0. Ravens are up. And just when you thought this game was essentially over, the Bears got a punt return from Will Bennett.
Right.
Just a one-score game. In the third quarter, here's Flacco play faking to Demetrius Williams.
Man, that defense, you can pick them up on the curve.
Go up and make a play. And then after a Johnny Knox fumble, the Ravens setting up shop in the red zone. And Derek Mason, what a nice twist and grab for the score. Leaned over the pylon there. Flacco with 4 touchdowns. That's a...
Michael Jackson, watch out. Oh, just beat it.
This is a dangerous team, this Baltimore Ravens.
Yeah, they, if you will, control their own destiny. They are now the 5 seed in the AFC. They finish up on the road, though, and those are not gimmies. We all know that you throw the records out in division, and the Steelers are going to need that, too, at 7-7. And as the Raiders proved...
Raiders will have the U-Hauls out that week.
I don't know.
They look good today.
Let's go to the Shaq Showcase
I
highlights.
still don't trust them.
With the AFC North done, it's only a playoff spot, a wild card available for the Baltimore Ravens. That's all that's been available to the Steelers for a couple of weeks. This is bruiser. Still alive. Still alive. Going against one another. We pick things up with the Steelers up 6-3 in the second quarter inside the Baltimore 5. Rashard Mendenhall, touchdown. Steelers up 13-3. Ravens get the ball back, and it's Ray Rice running for the Ravens, 10 yards. 2 plays later, 7th play of the drive. Play fake, Flacco, Todd Heath.
Going
tight
to
end, go up and get it.
Highest point, coach.
13-10, Heath with the touchdown. Now, all sorts of issues. Rashard Mendenhall on 2nd and 5 puts the ball on the turf.
Hey,
Ray Lewis recovers.
Get in there.
Very next play, Ray Rice from Rutgers is running and rolls. He fumbles right back. An exchange of fumbles. Steelers get
easy come, easy go.
Right back. One of the many miscues the Ravens made in the Steelers' end on the day. 2 minutes to go.
Get on the ball.
T sizzles, knocks it down. 2 plays later, 3rd and 12.
We have a free play.
Yeah, because Suggs jumped off sides, and Roethlisberger makes full use of the free play.
Smart quarterback.
Great adjustment on the ball, coach.
By Mike Wallace, 45-yard gain right at midfield. Next play, Roethlisberger to Heath Miller. He's feeling a rhythm now for this Ravens 32. 3 plays later, 7th play of the drive.
Like corner blitz, you better have a safety that can tackle.
He's never going to make it there.
That's tough. It's Antonio Holmes being the one left alone.
Nice blitz alert.
2010, Steelers up at the half, 3rd quarter, opening possession of the half for the Ravens. Here is Ray Rice running for the Ravens again.
Sooner or later, he's going to pop a big one.
30 carries, 141 yards. He's their bell cow, huh?
Bell.
7 plays later, Flacco to Heap again.
Rode up tall.
It's like a wide receiver.
He uses his big body very well.
20-17, Steelers get the ball back, up 3 now. First play of their drive, play fake. Roethlisberger is picked. Dominic Foxworth stays on his feet, and he is gone, except for the fact that T. Sizzles is flagged again. Terrell Suggs is flagged for a block in the back, and the ref, who looks just like Monk, makes the play, makes the call.
Good show.
Oh, there it is.
That's a good call.
Good show. No, it's a good show.
Oh, good call, good show.
Yeah, Monk's good
by
show.
Pete Morelli, who does look just like the actor Tony Shalhoub. So the
guy
Ravens have to settle for a field goal, tied at 20.
Here he goes
at it
again.
again. Here is Willis McGahee free.
That was well blocked, wasn't it?
And the Ravens are up again, except there's that man Monk again.
Laundry on the field.
It's a hold on Kelly Washington,
Great
and this is
call. You got to have the hands inside, not outside of the show. That's easy call to make.
Inside, work your feet.
So take another Raven go-ahead score off because of the penalty. And then 2 plays later in the 4th quarter now, Flacco, wide open, Derek Mason, and he drops it.
Oops. You don't want to drop a ball in a game like this and come back smiling.
And then a penalty on the Ravens took them out of field goal range. They get no points on a drive in which they had a touchdown dropped and a touchdown called back. Steelers get the ball, still tied now, and there's Holmes running free again. 24 yards. That set up Jeff Reed for a field goal that he hit to put Mike Tomlin's team up 3. 2:39 to go. 3rd and 7 for the Ravens. Flacco sacked by Lamar Woodley. He takes a sack,
A bad
brings up
sack in the big red zone. Throw the ball
4th
away,
and
Joe.
10, so they can't go for the game-time field goal. Have to go for it on 4th and 10. And Flacco is sacked again. Ziggy Hood plucks it out of the air, and the Steelers take it over. But you can see the Ravens have a timeout and a 2-minute warning left, and they use that timeout and 2-minute warning to make it 3rd and 11. They can get the ball back if they get Roethlisberger off the field. Can't get him down in the sack, but they do pick him off. Tom Zibikowski picks him off, and he is running free. The Golden Domer
Run, Zibby.
takes it 30 yards the other way, but there's Monk again.
No way.
And this is a flag on Frank Walker.
Away from the play.
Illegal contact. Gives the Steelers a fresh set of downs, and they take a victory formation. That's the way they stay alive and deal the Ravens a crimp in their playoff run, to say the least. Roethlisberger's won his last 5 starts against the Ravens. You can see the defense is getting along very well. The Ravens just cannot get out of their own way against Pittsburgh, despite Ray Rice running as he did. The Steelers still alive. Win. They needed the Jets, Denver, and Ravens to all lose out, however, for them to get in the playoffs. And the Ravens later on in the afternoon were in Oakland as Ray Rice was running for the Ravens early on in this game. Gets on the plus side of the field after the 27-yard gain. Todd Hooray. 22 yards down to the Oakland 7. 2 plays later. What you talking about? 8 plays, 74 yards. Ravens up 7-0. It's 7-3 second quarter. Willis McGahee. This is an episode of Punk'd right here.
Now this is abuse. Let's talk. He gonna file a restraining order on McGahee after the game.
That's Hiram Eugene doing the filing.
Looked like Adrian Peterson in that opener.
I know his homies killing him.
Wow. 77-yard run to put the Ravens up 17-3. Raiders with Charlie Fry on 34. He is, it's pass interference on Chris Carr. Keeps the drive alive. Tony Crennan getting some face time in our highlights. Charlie Fry to Zach Miller 7 plays later.
Nice Fry.
And like you've seen many times in the last few weeks, the Raiders starter not able to last. The Raiders starter takes a lot of hits.
Every pad that you could think of. He
passed
had on
over in
pads,
favor of
pads,
Jamarcus Russell.
Thigh pads.
So Jamarcus comes in.
Let's go. Let's see what you got, Jamarcus.
Do you think he's ready?
Well,
do you really think he is ready?
Daniel Ellerby picks him up. Wow.
Raiders' offense got a lot of tackles.
I mean, this is the guy who entered the season. This could be his year, the year he reaches his number 1 overall potential. And now he is in just because everyone else is getting hurt around him.
You think he really prepared for this game?
That would lead to Willis McGahee's 3rd touchdown of the game, 21-13. Raiders' next possession. Not just the Raiders, but the Steelers needing Jamarcus Russell to come through right here.
Yeah.
And he is stripped of the ball. And the Ravens, Daniel Ellerby doing the recovery. Nice set of downs in the 4th quarter for him. And the Ravens clinch the playoff berth. They win, and they are in the playoffs. Ray is going to New England next week.
Dangerous team.
The Pittsburgh Steelers are eliminated with the Ravens win. They are the 7th team since 1990 to win a Super Bowl and then not make the playoffs the next year. New England Patriots haven't lost at home all season. Never lost to the Baltimore Ravens. Never. Anybody.
This is a setup.
Haven't lost a home playoff game since 1970.
Anytime somebody tell you never, that means it's something.
First play of the game, Ray Rice running for the Ravens from Rutgers all the way to the house. 83 yards for Ray Rice and 7-0, just like that.
Nobody touches him. He gets through into the second level. Safeties take a bad angle. See ya. That didn't take long.
By the way, I pulled a groin on that.
You did?
Yeah.
Ice.
Next set of downs for Brady. Taken down by Terrell Suggs. T-Sizzles right around that light.
With the trifecta. The rush, the strip, and the fumble recovery.
Only a 3-man rush. He got there.
Unbelievable start to this game as Ray Rice on 3rd and 4 picks up the hard-fought yards.
Great feet, great vision. Reminds you of Emmitt Smith. Look at the football.
Wow. Gets the tough yards and takes it to the house.
That's high praise.
That's high
Emmitt
praise.
Smith, that's the highest praise.
Triplet.
LaRon McClain takes it in 2 plays later. Ravens up 14-0. Oh, nice.
What is that?
It's a big man dance.
That's what it is. It's a big man dance challenge from back in the NFL Network day.
Oh, boy.
First play of the
What a play
next
by Ray
set of
Lewis.
downs. Ray Lewis, first career sack in the playoffs. Ray Lewis. How about that?
And on Tom Brady, the guy that he complained that they protected too much.
Next Patriots possession.
Who was he throwing it to?
Chris Carr intercepts Brady. What's going on in New England?
That crowd is quiet, and they're starting to boo a little bit.
A little bit.
They were throwing that ball.
My God.
Who was Brady throwing this ball to?
Nobody.
Ravens get the ball on another short field in New England, and 6 plays later, it's Ray Rice in the end zone, 21-0, and it is Skip to his Lou right there. 2 Patriot plays later, Brady getting the ball back. And would you believe he throws another interception? It's picked by Ed Reed, and you know what he's trying to do.
You know what he's trying to do with it.
He's trying to score, and if he can't score, you know he's going to lateral it.
They practice this in practice all day long. This is a planned play that they do often.
That set up a Ravens field goal, 24-0 Baltimore. You have to wonder, is that the worst quarter of a Bill Belichick coach team ever? Certainly in the playoffs.
Probably not in the Cleveland game.
So we go to the second quarter when it appears the Patriots get their first break. The punt hits Tom Zbikowski of the Ravens on the shoulder, so it's a live ball, and it's ruled that Kyle Arrington of the Patriots recovers it, except he never gets possession of it.
He doesn't. All right, so you got guys upstairs. Let's just challenge this thing.
And John Harbaugh never challenges it. At the time, Peter King tweeted that he was incredulous that a challenge never came. It's a perfect word for it.
And you gotta control the ball when you go to the ground, just like a receiver making a catch. So this really would have been overturned.
Somebody upstairs has got to say, Coach, challenge it.
You also got to figure that there's no way you want to allow your opponent to get momentum when they're down 24-0. You have to give it at least a look-see, but they don't. And would you believe it? 6 plays later, there's Julian Edelman, the mini Wes Welker, getting the real Wes Welker to high-five the boss up in the rafters. 24-7 is your score. Brady getting the ball back. That's a first down catch by Kevin Falk, except for the fact that that's pass interference not on Falk, but on Randy Moss elsewhere on the play.
Right over him. Bam!
We just see.
He took a charge.
That's not a penalty on Larry Fitzgerald.
There you go, right there.
Obvious.
Oh, yeah.
What a day for Randy Moss.
They don't like Randy, but they didn't call him.
That was the first play of the game in which his name was essentially called. No catches.
Yeah, he's wide open right there.
In the first half. What are they talking about?
What's going on with you, man? Position.
All right, I'll throw you the ball. All right, I'll throw it to you.
Well, the third quarter, Belichick might have actually sent the players home for showing up late in this game because it was getting late early. Another pick as Ben Watson is hit by Frank Walker. DeJuan Landry snags the ball right out of the air.
What's going on with Tom Brady?
Tom Brady's throwing the ball late. There's too much air up under it, and he's laying him out to get knocked out.
Led to a Ravens field goal. Ravens up by 20 points midway through the third quarter when Randy Moss catches his first of the game. 3 plays later, it's Brady to Moss again inside the red zone.
They'll let Randy catch those all day.
5-yard
Keeping him
hitches
in front of them.
4 plays later, it's Brady to Julian Edelman again. And Edelman trying to get the ball to a fan, but
he's not used to scoring.
That's not a good Lambeau lead. He's going to be a good player.
He's used to scoring.
That's 3 plays later for the Ravens. It's over the middle to Derek Mason. That's Flacco's first completion to a wide receiver for the entire game. 3 plays after that, we're in the fourth quarter. Flacco, longest pass completion of the game, 17 yards to Joe Flacco. He had only 4 completions on 10 attempts on the day. 3 plays later, 3rd and 7. Flacco scrambling, trying to pick up a first down.
Look at him go with that hip.
Do what you do.
It looks like he does pick up the first down by extending the ball, but look where it's spotted. A yard shy of the first down.
We need to challenge this.
Yeah.
Well, they do that.
They did.
There is a challenge flag. And John Harbaugh says, let's take another look at this. And you'll see from high above, Flacco's never out of bounds until he is well past the first down marker. Certainly with his outstretched arm, they respotted at the 6-yard line. And by inches, it is a first down. And Bill Belichick needs to play some defense in a hurry, with it being 27-14. 3 plays later, Willis McGahee They couldn't stop this play all day.
Gage is running like he's hungry, like he's upset with Ray Rice's productivity, even though they're best of friends.
And he says, "Get away, let me dance." He wanted his own. They went for 2 on the same play, by the way. They were held out, but they just kept on running it down the Patriots' throat. It's the first win against the Patriots in franchise history, and the Ravens go into New England and run it down the Patriots' throat. And now they head off to Indianapolis next week in the divisional round on Saturday night. Ray Lewis, and a game in which he came up with his first career playoff sack, is moving on. All right, here's the way the divisional Saturday ended with Ray Lewis and the Baltimore Ravens taking down Tom Brady, trying to do the same to the most valuable player in the National Football League, who got the ball first and started winging it around the lot. There's Pierre Garçon, who's been playing in this game and practicing all week, wondering about his family members in Haiti, as we all know about. It led to 3 points as the Ravens come right back with their best drive of the night.
Yeah, we knew the Colts would come out throwing the ball, but we did not expect the Ravens to come out throwing the ball. Coach, you said it earlier, they went deep early trying to back up the Colts so we can have a little room to hand this ball off.
Joe Flacco on his 25th birthday, 6 plays later on 3rd and goal, almost picked off by Antoine Bethea. That would have been a pick 6 right there.
Yeah, that thing's going to go yard. Hits him right in the chest. You got to hang on to this one. Oh,
that's why they play defense.
That's a birthday gift for Joe Flacco right there. Yeah, he knows he got away with that one. So the game's tied at 3 in the second quarter. Midway through it, Reggie Wayne first and 10.
On the slant out in front. He extends his arm knowing he might get hit by a safety.
Nice.
Whoa, beautiful.
Oh, man, rarely do you tell a receiver going across the middle to extend like that. But Reggie Wayne, they know how to keep that.
7 plays later, 3rd and 2, Haloti Nada. Yeah, you can't spell Haloti without load in there. Jim Caldwell decides to go for it on 4th and 4 from the Ravens, 35. And Joseph Adai gets shoved out of bounds by Daniel Ellerbe. Daniel Ellerbe, did he get him out of bounds before the first down? It's ruled a first down.
It is, huh?
3 plays later, right at the red zone. Yeah, it's a first down. Right at the red zone, right at the Ravens 20. Manning to Mike Hart.
Is he from Michigan?
He sure is. That's the type of play you saw 4 years in Ann Arbor. 9-yard gain. 2 plays later, 1st and goal. Manning to Austin Collie. Nice throw, nice catch. First touchdown of the game right at the 2-minute warning.
Not a quarterback in the National Football League throws this ball to the corner. This is a hard throw, and Peyton Manning makes it look like it's an easy throw.
An 8-minute drive that went 80 yards. And as I said, right at the 2-minute warning. Second play of the Ravens' next possession, throwing it down the field with 1:48 to go. Incomplete. 3rd down. 3rd and 6 from the Ravens 22, and the Ravens throw for it again, and oh my goodness, it's dropped by Ray Rice. Only 17 ticks taken off the clock by the Ravens. Those 2 dashes above the Indianapolis symbol show. That's 2 timeouts to go for Peyton Manning.
Leaving him too much time.
More than enough time. Next, 4th play of the drive, the ensuing possession. There's Donald Brown right off the gut. Runs over Ray Lewis.
Terrific rookie this guy's going to be. Look at him. He's good in the run game and in the receiving game.
Next play, Manning throws to Reggie Wayne, but this is called pass interference.
There's a bump right there over there on the sidelines. You're going to give him a first down.
It was pass interference. Flacco cut it out.
Got to double move him.
First down for the Colts on the Ravens 14. 2 plays later, 2nd and 10 from that 14. Manning to Collie, incomplete. And Ray Lewis called for it. You can even hear Ray Lewis on the microphone saying,
that was a bad call. That was a bad call. And I know you guys were trying to say he went helmet to helmet.
The helmet touch.
But that was more of a shoulder. You got to let the guys play football. Right?
So it's a fresh set of downs, half the distance of the goal. 2 plays later, 3rd and goal with 6 ticks left. They decide to go for it instead of the field goal. And would you believe it, that is a touchdown for Reggie Wayne.
They run this under route against man, against zone, everywhere on the field. Very productive for them. Put it on his body.
Cannot give Peyton Manning another opportunity in the red zone.
And that's the way the half ended. 2 scores. The Ravens are now down. Midway through the 3rd quarter, 2nd and 14. Ray Rice receiving for the Ravens right there to take it to the 45-yard line. 3rd and 3. Rice from Flacco, trying to buy some time. Rice gets out of the backfield, but it's Rutgers on Rutgers violence. Gary Brackett stopping Ray Rice there.
Got away with a call here. He didn't play the ball at all. Little contact, but no call. Incomplete.
Brackett could have helped him out by just stopping and going up for the football to make it a clear pass.
Making it 4th and 3, and the Ravens decide to go for it, down 2 scores, and it's an incomplete pass to Demetrius Williams. Next Colts possession, Manning, 6 minutes to go, going sideline. There's Ed Reed bagging Manning, and he's off to the races. But here comes Peter Waiter serving up a big bowl of fumble.
The intended receiver, Pierre Garçon, chases that down with great hustle and pops it out. What a game-saving play. Amazing.
So the Colts get the ball back.
And did you see the sideline of the Baltimore Ravens? It looked like the wind was taken out of their sail.
Well, 3 plays later, the wind comes right back as Ed Reed picks off Manning again, but you saw the flag coming in your picture as Ed, as you know, is thinking end zone, setting the Ravens up inside the 15, inside the 11, but it's called pass interference on Corey Ivy. Spot foul, give the ball to the Colts. Right there.
There's the bump.
I don't know about that, Steve.
It's close, yeah. Nobody plays the ball as well as Ed Reed. There's some great safeties in this league, but he's one of them. 2 plays in a row that don't help his cause.
John Harbaugh's beside himself. He bagged Manning twice, and they wound up giving up 3 points on the drive. And Ray Rice running for the Ravens. He fumbled it at the end of the run. How does that happen for the Ravens again?
You guys killed me.
I mean, that's
excellent on defense. Helmet to the football. That's excellent by the defender.
And you see the guys tapping Ray Rice there. There's nothing you can do. That's a physical play. You were trying to be physical and make things happen. That's going to happen.
Well, that's why they're trying to pick him up, because they know when they get the ball back, he can make plays like this. As the Colts punted the ball away after the Rice fumble, it turned into no points for Indianapolis. 5 minutes to go. Flacco going for Derek Mason. He's picked by Antoine Bethea.
It was an underthrow right there. Look at that ball. Hangs in there a little long. Derek Mason was clearly open on the double move. You got to put the little air under that ball and throw it out in the field.
Then Jim Caldwell's defense turned the Ravens over one more time as the Colts come off of that bye week, come off of the 3 weeks in which they really didn't play their starters or didn't play football at all, with the bye week included. They looked sharp, they looked fast, they certainly looked healthy, and what they look like is a team that's going to host an AFC championship game in the early game next Sunday against either the Jets or the Chargers. They end the Ravens season.